Salford Sport TV.
It's Salford Sports.
Salford.
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 Hey, from Salford. Sorry to cut myself off there, but
Come on,
number 6,
Salford.
lashing it. It's a great goal.
It's a lovely turn by Ryan. Great turn, great finish.
That is great.
That is a
Beautiful ball. Good ball. On the Sonny.
Each and every single one of you. Start on me. Start on me. 1, 2, 3.
Hello, welcome to Salford Sports TV. You join us here at the 3G Appeal Park. My name is Dylan and we're here for Women's Rugby Union action as they take on Sheffield Hallam in the Northern Conference Cup. Two good sides in good form. We're hoping for a big scoring game today. Let's get into the action.
Hello and welcome back to Salford Sports TV. Today on a lovely rainy day, we're here with the Women's First Rugby Union against Sheffield Hallam's first, I believe. I'm joined with Dylan on the camera and my man Miles on commentary.
It's an absolute pleasure to be here. We're here, Northern Conference Cup action. Salford looking to go one better this season. Semi-finalists last year. Absolutely incredible performance.
And I believe 15 months undefeated.
Exactly. It's been an absolutely incredible season for the Salford Lionesses. And, you know, we're going to look to go forward and really kick on today against a strong Sheffield Hallam side. Have also had a fantastic season. Obviously, we played their second team earlier this season. We're able to get a 38-0 win. But we are underway.
And I believe Sheffield Hallam are in the league above,
of course,
our Lionesses. And they are showing it already with some quick moves, getting almost into Salford's half.
I mean, I think the keys to victory today for Salford have got to be matching the physicality. Obviously, we saw in the last round 112-0 in favour of Sheffield Hallam's first team.
That's an incredible scoreline that you really cannot understate.
Exactly. I mean, they were absolutely fantastic. And, I mean, we can see they are a very physical side. And, you know, Salford has just got to be able to combat this and be very quick. You know, there's a lot of pace, there's a lot of agility in this Salford side. Someone like Maddie Broadhead, she's going to be, dictating the play from that scrum half position. She's just got to make sure she takes her time and is able to move forward quickly.
Absolutely, and I will say, I've not actually watched the Women's Union since last season. So it's a joy to see them again, but they have lost some big players from last year.
Exactly, but here's a brand new addition to the side, you know, Katie Cavill. She is unfortunately tackled into touch, but she's going to want, you know, to get a good start today. Obviously, it's a big game. It's a big game for the Salford Women's Rugby Union. They're going to want to start strong. They're going to want to start powerfully. What do you think the keys to victory are today for them?
Just keep your heads and try and move together as a unit. As you know, I'm a league player, not union. In union, you can keep that mid-defence very strong. They should only be going through the sides in league. But in union, squeezing through the middle, if they can get it going, it's hard to stop. It's just keeping that dense defence.
100%. I mean, we're going to see an inaugural line out here to be taken by the Sheffield Hallam hooker. You know, I think it's just about being strong and defensive-minded, being ready to break out quickly here for Salford. We've got great key players in this lineup. Obviously, you can see Vice-Captain Libby Bullock, Club Captain Holly Walker in there. You know, there's so many fantastic players and the ability to break out quickly. Obviously, we've got the 13s like Danny Seeger to come in if we are able to turn the ball over. I mean, how important is transition play today?
It's mega, isn't it? You've just got to get that ball in the movement going the way you want.
Exactly. I mean, you can see here, it's been a very good start for Sheffield Hallam, but we have had the first knock-on, so we are going to see the first scrum of the day. And that's just something Salford wanted to maintain. It was a great, strong defensive line. The communication was very great. And now they've been rewarded with an inaugural scrum.
And the thing I'm looking forward to see is I think this might be a contested scrum because we know our side is capable of it. And with the Sheffield Hallam being the league above, they surely should be doing a contested scrum here.
Of course. I think it's been contested all season. You know,
you can see how they're locking in. It's definitely going to be a contested scrum here.
100%. And you know, our women have been absolutely fantastic in these physical battles all season. You know, so I mean, all credit. They've been absolutely sensational in these packs. Worked with the likes of Christian Golding, Byron Reid, among many other people who, you know, come in and really make this side as fantastic as they already are.
Byron, who I believe has stayed for his second season coaching the men's and women's. Is that correct?
100%. And he's you know, a great addition to the club. Was there a knock on there?
I think that might have been.
I believe it was called.
And we'll also talk about our referee here. He came earlier over to us, and we've been told he is incredibly handsome. Incredible hair. I mean, what else could you say about this referee, Miles?
I mean, you know, like, I'm just hoping for a great performance from him. You know, I mean, the refereeing this season has been questionable in some places, but you know, we're gonna hope for, you know, a great even game, and he's had a great start. We're going to bring in Dylan Dosanjh very quickly. Obviously, he's covered most of the women's season so far. I mean, what do you think the keys to victory are today for Salford, and how are you thinking this start's been going?
Salford are undefeated this season, obviously, and they need to just keep on their incredible run of form. You know, their rucking, their scrum play has been incredible. They've still got areas to improve, but speaking to Holly Walker, the captain, we noticed that they have been working on their faults. So they've got all the tools in the locker to win this game. It'll be a close game.
100%. Thank you, Mr. Dosanjh. Obviously, a bit unfortunate. It's a penalty advantage currently, or it might have gone now for Sheffield Hallam. Unfortunate knock-on for Salford.
And they are making the most of it here with very few feet left before they are on Salford's try line.
I do believe the ball's out, and I think it may have been a turnover.
So this is going to be a scrum, I believe.
I do, and it's a Salford scrum. It has been awarded as a Salford scrum. I believe there was a knock-on by a forward in the Sheffield Hallam front line. Right
between the posts as well. This is a dangerous scrum to lose for Salford.
100%, but you know, I mean, we mentioned it earlier. Like Dylan said, the scrum play's been absolutely fantastic by the women this season, and I've got, you know, full faith that we can win this, and probably a quick bit of distribution, just get it completely out of danger. But we've seen, you know, it's been a very heavy onslaught early from Sheffield Hallam University, and but I think Salford have combated it very well.
In Salford's favour, out the right side. Can she get some speed?
Oh,
she's dodging through a few of them. Far more than she had right to, but she's got through strong. That was incredible.
That was a brilliant line to run.
Was that number 14?
I mean,
number 15, sorry.
That's the type of fast breaks you want to see from this side, to get out of danger in these situations.
It's incredibly hard to do in a game of Union where it is so densely defended.
Unfortunately, I do believe it's a penalty against Salford. I don't believe there was a release of the ball there by our second rower, so it is going to be in favour of Sheffield Hallam. I do believe they are going to go for a tap and go here. Just to start quickly. And then 9 looks to go back. A bit of miscommunication there. And Salford can maybe push the defensive line slightly higher. Seeger goes into tackle.
Looking at that movement there, I wouldn't say they're the league above. They don't look like it. Can they show it the rest of this match? We are only about 6 minutes in. But can they prove themselves, Sheffield? Salford certainly are putting up a strong fight here.
I mean, an absolutely brilliant tackle from Arabella Reid there. You've got to say Salford it's a great defensive line so far, just to ensure that, you know, no lead is conceded in this early onslaught. You said we're only 6 minutes in. I believe, you know, Salford, no, they're going to have to ride the storm in this game slightly. They're playing a good side with a lot of quality.
And who has possession over here in a dangerous spot? I think it's Sheffield Hallam still with possession. The women's Lionesses are on the try line. Can they defend this last attack?
Tap and go. They're going to crash. They're going to look to open the scoring early.
I'm worried this might be a score for...
And the ball has been held up. The ball has been held up. And you've got to say, the defensive performance so far, the defensive resilience has been absolutely fantastic.
Good job. To keep them off them when they're that close to the try line is absolutely incredible.
I mean, we're talking about a side, the Sheffield Hallam side, who are beating teams confidently and consistently around by the 60-point mark.
60 points in Union is absolutely astounding.
I mean, it's unbelievable, you've got to say.
That's the kind of win that we do on Chester.
But you've got to say, like, the women have started absolutely fantastic in the defensive context. Obviously, they're going to want their passages of play when it comes to the offensive style of play to come quicker and you know, more consistently. But they've been able to hold this Sheffield Hallam side.
2 breaking through. Can she be stopped by our back line? Number 15 trying to get there. But unfortunately, that is the first try for Sheffield Hallam. You hate to see it.
And you've got to be it's absolutely unfortunate, you've got to say. I mean, the Lionesses have started brilliant defensive resilience so far, but just one little mistake and a side with the quality of Sheffield Hallam can really make it count.
And the ball was in possession with Hallam far too long in the ladies' back quarter, which made it incredibly hard to keep that defensive momentum with such a strong team.
And you've got to say the conversion place is right under the post that the ball was placed, so it is a relatively easy kick on the park. Being able to try and convert, I believe their number 10 is going to step up to the plate. You know, I think the Lionesses right now, they'll regroup. You know, they'll be having, you know, some words of encouragement. They understood that this was always going to be a fight. A very physical team, a fantastic team who have come from the league above. You know, 112-0 in their last game. It's absolutely sensational. But, you know, the Lioness, they've got Libby Bullock, they've got Holly Walker in there. I'm sure some words
and
of
a
wisdom.
great conversion made by Sheffield. I'd like to apologise to Dylan Dosanjh. I did put that Salford got to try on our new app. But I'm learning, like the ladies, we're going to come back stronger and hopefully get some points on the board.
100%. It's nowhere near panic stations. You know, these women have had absolutely fantastic games. I mean, we remember just earlier in the season, their undefeated record was almost in jeopardy in an absolutely fantastic game.
Tell us about that close game. There was only 1 point in it.
Yeah, it was against, you know, the Sheffield United Women's Rugby, and it was an absolutely last minute... Oh, sorry, my apologies. Sheffield University Women's Rugby. And it was an absolutely fantastic game.
What was that scoreline?
It was 32-31, and Liv Spring scored in the absolute last minute.
Incredibly
to win the game.
close. Especially for Union, where a try is 5 points, I believe.
100%.
I do apologise for my rustiness on Union. I have been playing the past few weeks. We are now the best rugby league team in Manchester.
And that's what we absolutely love to hear. And, you know, that spirit, we've got the best rugby league team in all of Manchester. We've got the best women's rugby union team in hopefully the whole of the north of England.
I'd say the north, yeah.
This. But we just got to keep pushing because, you know, Sheffield Hallam, they're going to keep pushing. They're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. They're going to want to bury us. So as long as we're strong and consistent, you know, I believe that this side can really turn out. But some fantastic hard lines, you've got to say, coming in.
Sheffield really have got the pace back. Salford are very much on the defensive here. Can they stop this attack? Very leisurely pass back from Sheffield. I don't think they've got the pace that they had a few moments ago.
I think Salford, they've just got to make sure that they're meeting them. You know, we can't be waiting for that contact. You can see right here, our number 5 just went to meet, but it's a brilliant
Can
line
she
break.
Stop her? Number 10 with some legs, brought down, I say, about 5 feet before the try line.
It's a brilliant tackle in there. I think it was Maddie Broadhead just able to just stunt the momentum.
Such a strong defender for Salford's Tide. A lot of S's in that sentence.
But it looks like their number 8 is looking to go. She's looking to go all the way.
Right between the posts as well. I think she's not quite there. Ball has to be released right over the try line.
We're talking literally millimetres, and the number 2 looks to go and gets the second try.
Another one scored here by Sheffield. Bad start of the game for Salford so far, but I believe in our ladies. I think we can bring it back with hopefully some points on the board.
100%. I think now's the time to regroup. You know, this is jeopardy that these women, you know, haven't found themselves in because of the quality of rugby that they've been playing all season. So it's like it's now time to regroup and look to find that new bit of, you know, resilience, that new bit of intricacy, something taking their game to the next level, just to make sure that heads don't drop and that they can keep moving forward. Obviously, we've seen they've had comeback wins, they've had dominant wins. They can go forward, they can come back. Anything can happen in the game of rugby, but it's just about keeping your heads here.
And we see Sheffield Hallam stepping up to the plate to make this conversion. It's a strong position. She does make it. Was that it?
I don't believe.
Sorry,
I
my eyes are not seeing correctly. I think it was just wide on the right then.
Yeah, I do believe it has just gone wide to the right. So it is only 12-0 in favour of Sheffield Hallam. I mean, Tom, you can tell us how far it has gone so far. Just about a little under 12 minutes.
About 12 minutes. I will be honest, I was a bit slow on the starting button for the game, so we might be a little minute behind. I apologise again. Well, actually, 2 myself because I'm editing this one.
But we've only played around a third of the half. We've only played around a third of the half. There's so much time, and we're on home turf. You can see just in the far corner, obviously, the men's rugby union have also come out to support the women. One club. That is what we believe. You know, one team, one club, and we always want success for the other.
It's quite nice because unfortunately the men's union was cancelled today, but they've came out in full strength of display, ready for your social tonight. I believe with the ladies. Which is great to see that the union and the men's and the women's union are so tight-knit.
100%. And now Sheffield, they are going to look to break early.
Can they get round the left side here?
Oh, it's a brilliant drive by the 12.
Good stoppage from number 5. 14 breaking through. She's found the distance, but is that Arabella?
Arabella Reid, that's an absolutely fantastic tackle.
We saw Arabella for the whole of the last 2 years be a super dominant defender. You cannot get past her.
That's a great drive, though, by the 20. And Reed looks to take her down. It's fantastic. Just such a presence, in that forward pack, Arabella Reed. But now Sheffield, they're going to look to hit coast to coast quickly. Oh, and surely a knock on there, referee.
Absolutely. Knock on gave by that very handsome referee.
We're going to see Salford, go into another scrum. And, Salford now, they're going to want to show what their mettle here. They're going to want to break out quickly and look to get, terrorising that opposition.
This is a scrum that needs to be won. I want to see Salford so far in the Sheffield's half that they score a try.
100%.
I think they can get it right between the posts. If they can just make a break, maybe get Arabella Reed or someone who can knock down a few on her way, it'd be good to see. What do you think about face pushing? In league, it is technically allowed if you've got the ball. How about in union?
I don't mind this. It's a physical contact sport. There seems to be a bit too much rotation in that scrum, so I believe we are going to actually have a re-scrum. But I think it's all good. It's a very physical sport. You're always going to have situations like that where it is absolutely necessary. Obviously, all within reason. We don't want to be seeing anything dirty.
No, not at all. But an open palm to push away is quite interesting to see. We've seen Tom Worth from Rugby League pass off quite a few of those. It's almost his favourite thing to do, you'd say, on the pitch. Have any players shown that kind of display to you? They get the ball, they can knock down about 3 or 4 people and still get to that try line.
100%. I think all of these women have shown, sensational bottle throughout the entire season. Obviously, Liv Springett's definitely a name that comes to mind when you're talking about persistence, when it comes to running those hard lines. Danny Seeger, the starting number 13, top scorer for the club last season.
Top scorer, so we really are expecting to see some tries from her. And could you talk to me about who's taking Salford's conversions when we get one?
I believe it is Maddie Broadhead. I may be mistaken. Oh, sorry, it's Georgia. It's Georgia that will actually be taking the conversions.
How
today.
has her kicking been so far in the season?
I think she's been very, very consistent when it comes to kicking off that tee.
And I tell you what, they're going to need it because Salford are in Sheffield's half. They're going strong. Number 2 taking through there. Sheffield are fighting for every bit of the pitch, but I think Salford here are going to get some moves. Push along. It's collapsed.
Now we have just progressed the ball here, but Sheffield Hallam are able to claim it.
Sheffield did stand and take over that ball. Something that you don't really see too much in league because it's not allowed. So it's quite interesting to see it on the pitch.
What a tackle there from Holly Walker. And that's what you want to see from your captain, leading from the front. Absolutely fantastic. It has gone backwards.
Reed right there to stop any movement from Sheffield.
She's had a fantastic start, hasn't she, Arabella Reed? Obviously, scoreline's not absolutely ideal right now, but she's been a shining light for Salford so far. In what has been quite a resilient performance. You can see that they're not backing off. They're still trying to meet them high.
10 breaking through there. So many people to stop. Is there a limit on how many people can tackle one person?
No.
There isn't. Very interesting to see. Oh, there's a head injury behind play.
No, I don't believe it was a head injury. I just don't think...
She's holding her.
No. Unfortunately, I do think there is a head injury, actually. So
yeah.
The penalty was called because there was no Salford... the Salford play didn't roll away, play wasn't...
Oh, play wasn't continued, yeah, okay.
Play wasn't able to progress, but obviously we hope the best for the Sheffield Hallam player. You never want to see that.
For those of you new to rugby, if there's any head injury on the pitch, the play must be stopped. If there's a leg injury and it's behind the line of play, it is allowed to continue. Sheffield player 20 walking off there will clap her off. Any player who puts their body on the line for their team should absolutely be commended.
Oh, 100%. I think all of these women, regardless of whether you're from Salford or Sheffield today, you should really hold your head up high. It's a very physical sport. It's a very dangerous sport, and they're coming in and they're putting their body on the line in order to help progress their team to hopefully a day out in a final.
Sheffield with possession. Is it going to be a tap? Yes, it is.
Oh, it's a fantastic tackle there from Danny Seeger.
Textbook there from Danny.
Absolutely fantastic.
Sheffield hoping to break through there. Movement is made on the left side for the attack of Sheffield. Is close to the edge. Can they be pushed off? very dangerous running the line on the edge there because you can be pushed off. And will that be a line out or will that be a scrum?
If they're pushed out just out and it's completely clean, it's going to be a line out.
Oh, brilliant. Have you partaken in many line outs, Miles?
I've been in a few, but you know, I'm not to the level of our lionesses. You know, they're really going to show us how it's done later on today.
I'd say they're probably one of the best teams I've ever seen do a line out,
100.
particularly out of. I mean, I'd probably say both of the men's and the women's, really.
100%. 100%. I
Or a little fumble from Sheffield.
I think a key for Salford is just making sure that we can see that Sheffield have had some moments where their handling's not been sensational.
There's a gap in the defence there, but luckily Reed is right there to stop her.
This is what I was saying. I think Salford's key is just making sure that they're able to take advantage of this poor handling.
There's a break here, and she's going to make it. It felt like Salford gave up trying to defend that there.
I think the physicality was always going to be a problem in these situations. I mean, it's a very forward-heavy game, as we can see. You know, the forwards are very key components in this game, and you know, the physicality of Sheffield Hallam is probably that superior of the University of Salford. So that was always going to be a problem when you got to.
Because you were saying earlier they have had somewhat little contention in their league. So coming to a team which is in the league above is incredibly hard to do, and also prepare for that mindset of not just a possible loss, but a very hard game to play.
I mean, I think maybe little contention is maybe a harsh statement. You know, the girls have been through some absolute wars
That's
so
got
far
to be
this
in.
season.
That is a conversion made from Sheffield Hallam, 19-0.
Yeah, as I was saying, I think little contention is maybe a bit hard to say because the girls have been through some absolute wars.
Sorry.
Yeah, of course.
I would like.
But they've been absolutely fantastic. They've been in great form all season.
No,
So I know what you're saying. They've been
They
undefeated.
expect most of the wins, right?
100%.
They don't expect to come and possibly lose. The contention is there. Every single game we've seen them really fight for every win. But they've gone in a winning mindset every time.
100%.
That's the thing. It's the mental way to prepare it. It's quite hard to come up against a team above.
Of course. And I mean, this is you know the biggest challenge that the girls have faced all season. But I have absolute faith that they're going to keep pushing to the end regardless of result today.
Yeah, I think they'll still come on the top of their league. The way they've been playing. I mean, they should be on the top on the fixtures. Let me check that now.
100%. I have full faith that the Salford Lionesses are going to win the league this year. I have 110% faith. And obviously they're not going to give up. I mean, these girls were Northern Conference Cup semi-finalists last year. You know, they are absolutely incredible and faced a team two leagues above them and were almost able to win it. You know. So this is a team with a lot of bottle, a lot of metal. And I have absolute full faith that they're going to keep going to the last second. And it's a kick here. Katie Cavill is going to be the one to carry it forward. Wonderful, intricate run there from Cavill. She is going to be held up. She is tackled. The ruck's got to be strong. It's a brilliant ruck there.
Number 3 hoping to break through some players here.
Vice-captain Libby Bullock really leading from the front. That's a great ruck there. The ball is out. Maddie Broadhead able to recover it.
Also, we will mention now that I've got the Northern Tier 3 scores up. Salford Women's are on the top with 30 points.
I mean,
and 217 points scored.
I mean, it's been absolutely fantastic. And we just missed their great run there from Arabella Reed. It's been absolute. This is the best passenger play we've seen from Salford probably today. And this is what they're going to want to keep doing. Salford just slowly creeping up. Another hard line there. But it is just ripped by Sheffield Hallam. And it's just unlucky. I just think they're just being overmatched in the rucks at the crucial time.
It's hard to keep up with the scoreline.
It should be 17. It's 17. It's 17 now.
So they didn't make that conversion?
No, they did. Oh, sorry, then it's 19.
Yeah.
Now there is a big push. You know, we're going into the second half of the first half, you know, the second quarter of this game, if you will. I mean, so far from the first 20 minutes, what's your key takeaways, and, you know, what's your pros and cons?
Sheffield have shown their stronger side. 14 has been one of those playmakers here, as we see now, who really can break through that line of defence and find those gaps. Salford are a strong team to defend, but they can't quite get that yardage and get in to Sheffield's half. There's a head injury here. Is this Arabella as well?
Yeah, I do believe. I mean, she's been all over the pitch, you know, like flying into every single tackle she can find. She's been absolutely fantastic. And obviously we hope she's okay. But, you know, Salford do gain a bit of possession there. There was no release by the number 14. But, I mean, we'll bring in Dylan Dosanjh for his second little key takeaway. I mean, Dylan, like we said, you're an absolute expert on the Salford Lionesses. I mean, obviously, they've been fantastic all season. This is probably the largest bit of adversity they've faced. What do you think, who are the key players, and what do you think the key reasons are for them to maybe get back into this game?
Well, I think defensively, despite the scoreline, I think they have been quite strong. I know Sheffield have they found the gaps, but still stay strong defensively. Oh, here we go. Heads up. Still stay strong defensively, Salford. However, I think going forward, I think their rucking could be improved. I feel like the ball's getting ripped off a bit too easily. Got a line out here right in front of us, but yeah, I think Arabella Reid is all right now, so hopefully she can help progress this team forward.
100%. I mean, I think Dylan hit the nail on the head just at the end there. Arabella Reid, probably our best player on the pitch so far. Really looking to dig in. We're gonna have Liv Springer dash it in. Club social sec.
All-time legend. About to make this line out here. And
it's a good line-up. Sheffield are just able to take it away, and they're going to look to break quickly here.
And they've got the momentum.
Fantastic tackle in there. That was absolutely fantastic there. But Salford just need to be able to break these lines. That number 10 is really dictating the play well. She's been absolutely fantastic. And now they've gone coast to coast, and now the winger has a bit of space, and then number 11 is going to look to drive.
She's just stopped.
That was an absolutely fantastic challenge, but it's recovered by Sheffield Hallam.
So close to that try line. Sheffield really just needed a few more yards to get that improper release of the ball. Oh, that's good.
I do believe an infraction has been called. We can't quite see what has actually been called. We do unfortunately have a head injury actually, so
stoppage of play here as the physios do come on. Sheffield's physio is coming on as well as Salford's here, which is never a good sign.
We'll just turn away from that. But obviously, it's been a fantastic, day of rugby so far. Obviously, less than ideal for Salford, but after the first 25 minutes, I do think they can definitely take some positives. They've shown defensive resilience. They've shown strength. It's just putting those attacking passages to play together. You know, we know the style of play of rugby that they want to play. It's entertaining, fast-paced. And it's brilliant. It's taking advantage of the agility and the speed that we have of our players and using, you know, those physical presences like Liv Springer, like Arabella Reid, to just, you know, be able to break those hard lines and move quickly. I just think it's about regrouping, just finding that first dynamite moment. You know, this season's been filled with dynamite moments. You know, Liv Springer's last-minute try, so many amazing tackles from Holly Walker. We just need that dynamite moment to really ignite today.
And that will really ignite the team and hopefully start their lead to victory. Road to victory, I apologise. Words are hard, guys. Substitution for Sheffield Hallam.
And obviously we do hope that she is all right. Obviously it's never nice as the second player to come off today with a potential head injury. So.
Hopefully they do have some more substitutes. They are playing quite far away. So it's how many people did you pack that bus with?
I do think they do have the changes available. It's not too much of an issue.
We only have one substitute, am I correct?
Yeah, we do only have one substitute today, which, I mean, it can provide issues. Obviously, the later the game goes on, when you need maybe someone to come in and change the game, and everyone's a bit more fatigued, it can be a bit stressful. And
then you do have players who are playing through an injury when really you would want them off the pitch.
Exactly.
But that's not quite yet. We are 26 minutes into this game so far.
It's going to be a Sheffield Hallam scrum in a tough area. Oh, it's a great defensive scrum, but Sheffield just able to get it. And the 9 looks to break, and it's a great try.
Incredible from Sheffield there. They really just broke through there.
Exactly. Unfortunately, 26 minutes in, it is starting to look like Sheffield are running away with it. However, I mean, it's like I said, just a dynamite moment to ignite this game. We never know what's going to happen on this 3G ever.
Absolutely.
This 3G's brought some of the most unpredictable games of every sport ever to be played at this university. So, we just got to hope the girls don't drop their heads. They've been absolutely fantastic all season. Obviously, this is a regular to them to be in a position like this. But these girls have bottle, man. These girls really, really have bottle, and I've got full faith that regardless of the result, they're going to come off the pitch knowing they put absolutely 100% into this.
That's the thing. If you put all your heart and leave it on that pitch, then you know you've done all you can. Unfortunately for Sheffield, that conversion was not made, but we just need to get some points on the board. Salford, if you were the captain right now, Miles, what would you say to the team to get their heads back into this game?
I'd say, girls, you know what we're made of. Obviously, this is not an ideal situation, but you know exactly who we are. We're the Lionesses, we're the women that, put rugby on the map at this university, and we're people that are going to push forward and have an absolutely incredible season. We are going to win the league, and if we're going to crash out the Conference Cup, we're going to crash out with absolutely 100% doing it, and we're going to show the men this is exactly what a team should look like.
Exactly. There's only been a few small failures in Salford's defence, which has led to the Sheffield scoring. So all we need to do is exploit Sheffield's failures in their defence, work our way through, and get through on to that try line.
I mean, I just think that's the quality. You can see the quality because I think Salford have actually defended very well so far.
Oh, incredibly. It's only been a small few errors.
It's just tiny errors. It's just tiny errors that are being exploited by Sheffield Hallam. But obviously there's going to be openings. It's just, the girls just got to take their time and their passages of play will come. They're a very accomplished, a very seasoned team. So, once they start playing their game, I think it's going to be hard for Sheffield to dictate the passage again.
We're just having a small stoppage of play for an injury. I think a knee might be being wrapped up here on the Salford's side. Sorry, Miles has got a bit chilly here and he was meaning not to tell me that he's put his coat on. Well, I'm going to call you out. See, our Lionesses here are just in a t-shirt trying to get this game played. In fact, I don't think any of them... Oh no, one or two is wearing Under Armour. But even on this chilly day, they really are putting themselves forward.
Yeah, it's a horrible day for it. It's not
big chase from this
freezing.
kick here. Sheffield trying to...
It was dropped, but it did go backwards.
So dangerous receiving a kick, isn't it?
You've got to say, I think the layoffs today from Sheffield have been absolutely ridiculous.
That is out from Sheffield's possession. So it should be a great line out here from Salford. Do we think the legend's going to take it again?
Yeah, Liv Spring, all-time club legend. Of course, and I just hope that the girls still have the confidence to keep playing their game here. Obviously, unfortunately, we lost the line out slightly earlier, but here we go. We're going to go up for it again, and Sheffield are there. Oh, brilliant tackle in there.
Go on, Daddy. Go on up. We meet them. Go on, meet them.
You've got to say that was two absolutely beautiful feints there by the number 10, and she's going to drive. She's going to drive at pace.
10 breaking through that line.
What
15
a tackle.
stops her.
What
Thank
a
you.
tackle in there.
It's hard to chase somebody who's got that much pace on you. Number 2 trying to break through and keep this going.
And surely
but
it's gone.
Out. That'll be another line out for Salford.
And they'll be happy, Salford, with that, just being able to squeeze. But you've got to say, that's unbelievable play by the number 10 from Sheffield Hallam. I think so far she's probably been the best player on the pitch.
And they really have gained the yardage here. They're in an incredibly dangerous spot for Salford.
It's going to be Liv Springett to feed the line out.
Do you get called a legend as soon as your social sec? Is that the rules, or does she
No,
add
Liv
it?
Springett's just a legend. That's it.
Good to hear. And Salford collecting that line out back in their possession. This is what they need. Can they drive through here? A strong kick.
That's a very good kick.
With a good chase, this could be an absolute game maker. 14 brought all the way back into her half.
She's going to look to go round. She's going to look to go all the way round.
Salford are strong. Can they put it?
Georgia unfortunate there.
Put her down.
This 14's seemed to be slippery today.
Very slippery.
Broadhead coming straight back in.
But she's
Fantastic.
down. And
No release by that 14. That's been relatively consistent here.
that is what Salford need. We need this. Oh, it's given. Possession's just given over. Completely perfect for us.
There was no release by the number 14. And you know, Katie Cavill with a kick. It's going to be chased. Oh my God!
Sheffield Hallam with possession again. But this is such a close match here.
Oh my!
What's happened
God.
here? Sorry, I got blocked by the cameraman.
No, it was a completely illegal tackle from Danny Seeger. It was like that was. I'm sorry, that was Roy Keane-esque.
Again, I'm going to say I didn't see that, my friend.
It was just a slide tackle. It was just a slide tackle.
Hey, you just got to give it to her. She's still putting herself on the line to get that ball and back into her possession.
I mean, that's the type of goal you want to see, but that was a crunch. I had a crunch. That was mad. And it is going to be a Sheffield Hallam line out. It was a good kick, you got to say, from their number 12.
As the rain settles in, it's going to get very slippy. We might see some more slide tackles. Hopefully not actual slide tackles, but we will see.
Well, exactly. And well, this is the thing. It's going to become a much more stop-start forward-heavy game now, because obviously that rain, the ball's going to get slippery. Like it's going to be difficult to run hard lines to slow yourself down.
But incredibly hard to chase.
And you've got to say, first time, maybe something's not really gone the way of Sheffield Hallam. A bit of a banana ball.
Banana ball?
Yeah, a bit of a banana ball. The line-out wasn't thrown straight.
So it is going to be a scrum in Salford's favour.
100%. And maybe a bit of complacency is starting to creep in for Sheffield Hallam. You know, it's been a relatively dominant performance, you know, for the first half an hour or so of this game. But maybe Salford can start to find the openings here.
But this is what we need now, really. We need Sheffield to have some failures here so we can slip in and get through that strong defence.
100%.
Scrum not holding
I
position.
was going to say, it's an early push.
I'm worried this might rotate again. But we have possession and we're going strong.
It's unlucky.
Oh.
I do think it was a knock-on.
Did speak too early.
This is what I mean with the rain. It's just people are going to be running quicker than you think. You know what I mean? They're going to be run like this. Hard to slow yourself down. It's going to be much harder to catch that ball. It's going to become much more stop-start. And, you know, Salford's got to be prepared for this, because I do think that probably favours Sheffield Hallam, you know, because it's going to be much more, you know, forward intensive. Like, those forwards are really going to be trying to break those hard lines.
And they've already got
scrums.
And they've already got those points on the board. They don't need to fight for every single point. Now they will, but they don't quite need it as badly as Salford do.
100%. Well, Sheffield, we spoke about it. They're
Collapse of the scrum here.
Like, Sheffield are absolutely ruthless in the respect of, we spoke about it already, 112-0 in their last game, 60 points, you know, deficit on their team.
That's insanity, though.
On regular. So then they're not going to let up. So Salford has got to make sure they're fighting tooth and nail. Like, the best way I can describe it is fighting Hagler Hearns. You know, making sure that, you know, regardless of whether the fight's going your way or it's not, you just keep throwing punches, you keep throwing shots, you keep keeping your hands up. Because something will come of this game, whether it's progression into the next round of the Conference Cup, or whether it's you know, learning curves that you can work on Monday and to go on and have an undefeated invincible season.
I mean, we've seen so much skill from Salford's side. Here, I reckon they'll stop this push.
Oh my God, it's brilliant though. They've gone coast to coast.
Here you go, straight on there.
Number
But,
11, number
not quite
11,
in time.
unfortunately, does put it away again. That's 29-0 in favour of Sheffield Hallam. I mean, it's the hardest kick on the park, so I don't know if this will be converted, but 29. It's 29. Yeah.
So much skill from Sheffield Hallam getting through that side.
I think it's the coast-to-coast play, the intricacy and the ability to move that ball off quickly.
Especially from that scrum where Salford's stronger players may not be able to chase.
Of course. That is always going to be the physicality, but I think it's more the speed and the intricacy, the ability to move the ball quickly. And you can see there, like when you watch the footage back, like the depth that they had. So it was just hard line after hard line after hard line. So it was just a woman running with pace and more pace, and then even more pace, eventually filtering out to the wingers. it's always going to be a problem. It's always going to be a problem for.
You can see the skill in Sheffield's side from that play.
100%. And you know, this number 10, she's going to look to kick again. And it has gone.
That's incredible.
The hardest kick on the park, and you've got to give her credit for that. 31-0 in favour of Sheffield Hallam as we go into the last 5 minutes of the half. I mean, Tom, who would you say? What would you say if you were in the dressing room, right? Mm-hmm. If you're on the sidelines, what are you saying to the girls at half time?
I'd say there's a few failures. We all make them, right? I mean, I've lost the ball when I'm trying to take someone down, and it just doesn't go to plan sometimes. However, you're a strong team. You're the Lionesses. You're undefeated for 15 months. Are you going to say no and let them take this win now? No, you're not. You're going to fight for every single potential try, every single conversion, every single person who tries to get through your line. You're saying no. You're chasing it down to the very end. That's what Salford need to do. And just make the most of Sheffield's failures. Get through. We're strong at the scrums. Use it. We're strong in the line-outs. Let's keep it going. Just try and keep that team going and keep those heads up. Do not drop. You can win this. It might be close. It might be hard work, but you can. Just keep going and make it happen.
Exactly. I think just don't drop the heads. I mean, I have a story. A man called the name of Niall Smith, right? Niall Smith, bless him, but for nearly 2 years, it looked like he just could not catch a ball. But he kept trying, he kept working, he kept going, and he got his first try this season off catching a ball. Do you know what I mean? And it's the ability to never give up in these situations that are absolutely imperative.
That's the heart of rugby. You get knocked down and you get back up. You keep fighting for your team. All these players, they are willing to bleed for their team, put their hearts on the line. And that's something you've got to commend as she gets through a few of the players. Salford strong into that there. There's still some push and shove. Got to keep our heads.
Yes, Salford!
It is a Salford ball, obviously. But our attention was drawn. There was a bit of afters after one of the tackles.
A bit of afters. Yeah. that is the best way I've heard that. But we know Union, it can get a bit push and shovey, especially when one team have got a bit more distance to win, shall we say?
No, I just think it's always going to happen. It's a physical sport. You know, you're smashing into someone all the time to try and get a ball off them. Obviously, that's going to annoy you. Like, I mean, case in point. Everyone has had moments where their temper's going to get a bit much of them. Case in point, I've been held down and I've lashed out and I've been sent off. Do you know what I mean? It happens, but it's all about. We knew.
Yeah, sometimes they get in your head. That's happened to me. I got called a not particularly fun word as the guy tackled me. And I lost my head. I didn't release properly. And it's just trying to keep your head through all those little things that can cause the errors.
Quick tap and go.
Reed gonna take some punishment here as she pushes through. She got a little face push, as I said. I called it.
Oh, this great crash there. It's unfortunate.
Take it on, get.
The ball was knocked on. I think they've just got to slow it down, I think, for like Salford. I think they're trying to run at them too quickly, and it's natural because obviously we want to get back into this game as quick as possible. But I think we're just doing too much too quickly. If I have to say that, so far, it's just a bit quick. And I think that is actually going to be half time, Tom. So we will quickly just come in front of the camera here on this, very, very wet day here at the 3G. Obviously, the score 31-0 so far in favour of Sheffield Hallam. But, the women have never given up so far.
They really haven't. And they've really shown so much strength and skill on this pitch. There has been so many times where you really thought, Sheffield, can they get through this line? And no, said Arabella Reed. No, said so many of the players on Salford's side. They're such a strong defensive team. But it's just those few errors that we're losing on.
Exactly. I think the girls, they're going to go in at half-time now. They're going to regroup. They just got to make sure that they stay calm, keep their heads, and they come forward pushing for the second half. And you can catch that second half right on Salford Sport TV.
We are back into the second half of Salford Women's first against Sheffield Hallam first. That is an incredible scoreline for Sheffield Hallam. It is 31-0 towards them. Miles, what can you say?
I mean, now is I like to call it the half of redemption. Obviously, that's less than ideal to see a knock on straight away, but it's now a half of digging in. if I'm the girls, I almost try and forget the scoreline here. I try and forget the scoreline. I just work on, playing our style of rugby, establishing our passages of play, establishing the pace that we want to play at on our home turf, and just making sure that we walk away with our heads held up high, with learning curves and good messages, but also a lot of positives to go into Monday training, to have that reset and be like, cool, this is how we become a purely invincible team for the rest of this season.
Some captains do say at half-time that the scoreline has to go back to 0 for us.
Oh, 100.
We're going to pretend like it didn't happen and work on it. Build and build and build on what we can do.
There's an age-old phrase. It's still 0-0, lads. We hear that all the time, whether it's football, whether it's rugby, whether it's, whatever sport. And, the girls just have to go with that mentality that, this game is still up for grabs. It is still for the taking, in the respect of you've just got to keep pushing and not let Sheffield Hallam establish it. Because Sheffield Hallam would absolutely love to turn these girls over with another 100-plus scoreline and go, into the further rounds of the cups with their opponents quaking in their boots.
I believe Salford are such a strong team. That 100-0 is never going to happen.
No way.
I think our Lionesses... No, I know our Lionesses can get some points on the board. They are such a strong team. When Sheffield Hallam makes some failures, they will be there to exploit them. But saying that, it's another try for Sheffield Hallam on what is now an absolute drenched pitch here on Peel Park.
We could just see Dylan Desange just being absolutely soaked there by his own umbrella. It is absolutely pouring it down on the Peel Park 3G. It's horrible conditions for it. It's going to be slippy. It's going to be nasty.
Your hands get frozen by the water.
100%.
And trying to catch that ball, that slippery ball, in such weather conditions is absolutely horrible. We're going to have more knock-ons. We're going to have more stoppages of play. We're going to have more slipping and sliding around. It's going to be hard for both teams to play, but hopefully Salford can take those errors that will be created for Sheffield and get some points on the board.
I think Arabella Reid, I think her day is done. She's been absolutely fantastic, but injury has come upon her. So I do think she's going to take leave from the pitch.
And we do need her for the other matches. Do we have a match next week? I believe we do at 12:30. We need her for other games. You play the season, not just the game. Oh, and now the score is 38-0 to Sheffield Hallam.
I think that number 10, she's just converted another one. I think she's been absolutely fantastic today. I think she epitomises the quality that have come from Sheffield Hallam today. She's been absolutely fantastic, whether it becomes even something as little as that jinky-majinky in the middle of the pitch. Just being tricky, just being slippery, just unable to tackle her. Lovely feints, lovely passing.
And to make those conversions, one of which was absolutely horrible at the very edge of the pitch. That's incredible to make. That truly is the skill that has came and the calibre that has came to the Peel Park 3G Stadium.
Wholeheartedly. Salford are going to look to claim it, but you've got to say...
Good catch from Sheffield.
Off the kickoffs, Hallam have been absolutely ridiculous, and they're just able to immediately filter out. You can see already the pods wrapping round for Sheffield Hallam.
Such skill here.
But it's a great hard line by number 8.
Trying to get through. That's going to be a knock-on. Number 4 for Sheffield couldn't quite keep a grip on the ball when it was passed to her. But they really do have skill here, getting through, like you said, in the pods, into that movement, getting that aggressive push through is absolutely incredible for them.
100%. And we're going to, go into another scrum. Obviously, we've had the front row replacement, unfortunately, losing Arabella Reid. But, Salford are going to still look to maintain the physicality. It is their offensive scrum to be fed by our number 9.
They moved early, I think, on the Sheffield side.
100%.
Or it could be the fact that you do have someone who isn't at the lead moved up to the front of the scrum.
So you've just seen slight alterations, I believe.
Yeah, they can't
I believe Holly Walker started as the number 8 today. I do believe she is playing as a flanker now. Look at the physicality of that Sheffield scrum. That is terrifying.
Both heads of each team are dropping a bit. and that has been given to Salford because Sheffield had dropped.
There was an infraction in the scrum. Here's Walker. Walker, and it's an attempted rip by the number 8.
And perfectly placed back into the Salford line.
It's a good line break. It's a
Number
very good
6! Can she get through
Someone's
it?
got to get with her. Someone has to get with her.
So much push here from Salford. Come on, drive! Get that first try on the board.
Bullock. And Salford just got to make sure they're supporting. Walker plays it over. Salford have just got to support. They've got to get over. You got to think Maddie Woodhead is absolutely imperative here. Just this dictation of play.
She's so strong, commanding this team.
It's another rip, and you got. I think the rucking has been an issue 100% for Salford today. They've just got to get.
Oh, we could have got it there, girls.
It's unfortunate. Oh, it's a brilliant drive there.
Sheffield really are showing us over at the moment. They've got a strong push. Those strong rooks. And they're pushing through that side, almost like there's no one to stop her.
And the
Can
number 12
they
lets her
stop
go
her?
on. I mean, you've got to say, that's an absolutely fantastic last-ditch tackle. I mean, she's been doing that.
I thought it was gone, to be honest.
No, she's been doing that all day, Katie Cavill. She's been absolutely brilliant. I mean, obviously, she's coming into a position that's been dominated by Alice Masters for the last 2 years. And she's come in and been absolutely fantastic in that number 15 role, I think.
Big shoes to fill. And I tell you what, Salford have came back swinging. They have possession.
Oh, it's a great drive, you've got to say, from Sheffield.
Scrum.
It is a scrum, it is a scrum.
On the try line. That's horrible.
Yeah, it's just less than ideal for Salford, but you've got to think they're going to break out very quickly from this. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest, if we saw maybe a number 8 pickup in this situation coming out of the scrum, just looking to break quickly and attack under the post.
If I was them, I'd try and get straight back into the middle now. And would they go through the post just to kind of show their skill still and almost put us down mentally
I don't think it's necessarily a thing to flex the muscles. I think it will be a thing of it's the easiest way to rack up the points. You know, like they get it under the post, the easiest kick on the park.
And they know how to get through from a scrum. They know the defence is a lot weaker. Number 13 trying to break through.
What a tackle, Danny Seeger!
Seeger, you absolute legend!
Another 14, she's going to look to go quickly.
She's
Holly
slippery.
Walker's got to be strong here.
But she stopped. The ball is down, I believe. It's got to be. It's held
up. It's held up.
It was. I saw it just before they were released. It was just slightly. I think it was an arm stopping it from touching the try line. That is what Salford need. We need more things like that. We need to try and drive through and get our points on the board. It's 38-0. That's a hard scored line to think about.
I mean, Salford's got to take solace from those little victories there. You know, like holding up the try is absolutely fantastic, but it is still a situation where Sheffield can still attack, as we see here following the kick.
Salford trying to get some possession, even from the rooks.
Oh my God, it's a good drive again, but I believe that was Libby Bullock with a good tackle. But look, they just move it so quickly. There's number 10 again with another wonderful feint, but it's a great challenge again. So we've got to be consistent with the defensive line. They've got to meet. Is there a knock-on? I believe it's penalty advantage.
It's going to say it was an absolute knock-on from them.
It's a kick away. Yes, brilliant!
Yes!
Brilliant. Someone's got to get with her.
Back again. Drive! Get that ball back through.
This is the time. Woodhead just slowing it down just that little bit.
Yeah, you've got to keep your heads. Even you saw me just then. Lose my head a bit. To see us with possession is incredible, and hopefully we can get that moving.
I don't think there was an attempt to roll away by the number 12 of Sheffield Hallam, so it is again a penalty in favour.
But these are the things we need, these little failures in Sheffield Hallam, and to exploit them and push through in our defence. Have we got an injury? We got an injury from number 16.
What we're tending to that? Lexi Dingle. She's playing second row, number 6. How fantastic has she been? So many big tackles.
Absolutely incredible. Put her on your team every single day of the week.
100%. I think defensively as well, Holly Howitt. Holly Howitt's been absolutely really good.
If Holly Howitt can be there to stop you, she will. She'll put her body on the line and really put the anchors on, slowing down Sheffield's attack.
100%. And, just a few short moments, obviously, while we tend to the injury. I do think, is she going to take a temporary leave? No, she's gonna carry on. She's a tough cookie, she's going to get on with it. But, Salford, they're just going to want to be able to just progress again. We've not actually seen Salford attacking the 22 at all, or like anywhere near the try line of.
But hopefully this can be. No, do not release.
Again,
Thank
another
God.
Penalty infraction.
I thought we were going to lose
another
possession
tap
there.
and go. She's going to go quick.
I think we've got to hold on because there's some rips happening.
No, we just got to get over. We have to get over in these ruck situations. We've got to be going in 2, 3-person pods. You've got to get over your teammate and allow Woodhead to dictate the tempo of the game. Everything's going to come off her. Oh, what a tackle! Oh my God!
Really playing those rucks over as well. Every single point of contest is contested for. That even makes sense? I do not know. But really, every single point of play, Salford are pushing hard. They are absolutely fighting for every single chance they can get.
No, of course, and they'll be disappointed with the performance just because of, especially in an offensive context. Because there's been, I think they'll agree, there's been too many knock-ons. There's been too many times that the play's been stunted. I think Woodhead, towards the back end there of the play, was doing really well, just dictating it. But number 14, and she's got the overload on that side, and Walker's got to get to her. 14's going to go on.
Oh, and she's going for the post as well.
Right under the post.
She's slippery, but she will get there. You got to give it to Sheffield Hallam. They really have
just unbelievable.
Shown, just an incredible display from them. They've showed their skill, they've showed their caliber they've came here with, and they really have confirmed we're in the league above, and we're going to fight like we do any match we have.
100%. I think this is the quality, and we're seeing one of the heavy favourites to go on and win the entire tournament here. In full force. They've been absolutely fantastic, and they're not going to look to slow down anytime soon. And the number 10, it's another rudimentary conversion for her. I think she's going to be very confident, very happy with her performance today.
And she'll be thanking the team, really, going, thank you guys. You didn't make my job hard. You put it right between the posts. I couldn't ask for more.
Exactly. She's going to step up to look to make it 45-0 in favour of Sheffield Hallam.
That strong right kick, right between the posts.
Now, 27 minutes to go. Let's be honest. The game is probably gone now. The game, in a competitive context, the game is probably gone.
Yeah,
but
we're
what
getting
do you
some silly
want to
looks
see?
over here from the Sheffield side. Yeah, we'll agree that it has probably gone, but we do hope our Lionesses can get just a try on the board.
Exactly.
All I want is not that clean sweep.
Yeah, you don't want to see Sheffield get a clean sheet, 100%, especially on our turf. But I mean, last 27 minutes. What's the last thing? What's a few things you want to see?
We just got to exploit their errors.
Yeah.
When we get through and push through, it's going to really show off. But Sheffield, they're a strong team. They won't leave those gaps in their defence very often.
100%.
It is quite hard. I think before earlier, when we were on the attack, we could have came around the right side instead of the left. But it's hard to keep your head swivelling and look for those gaps in such a heat of the moment.
100%. I mean, we're going to see Katie Cavill take a kick again. That's a brilliant kick. That's a really good kick. And now
Here, shouts from the sideline. Well done for that kick.
That is a fantastic kick. And, it's really put Salford in a great position. This is the highest we've seen Salford up all day.
And they've slowed down that. Can they catch it and move it forward? Number 14 gets through that side.
Oh, it's a good tackle on Holly Walker. She needs to be supported here.
And she is.
She must release.
Salford are there.
Down. Libby Bullock covering in that number 9 position. Oh, it's just
That's
unlucky.
not.
But it's a penalty advantage. And the number 10.
Number 10.
She's got
the legs on her.
Forward.
But number 15 chasing her down.
And Katie Cavill.
Go on, Katie. Unfortunately, she couldn't quite get her in time, but incredible display from Salford there. In that Salford team, when you go down, your teammates are with you. She's right there to support that ruck.
100%. I mean, it was just unlucky. That's exactly what I'm saying. we can see the spirit of the team is brilliant. Even Katie Cavill, you know, we're losing by 45 and she's run almost the length of the pitch.
Chase her down to the very end of that try line.
But, I mean, I think this is what I mean when I say Salford are going to be disappointed that in an offensive context. You saw there, it was a really good position. And obviously the ball got kicked, but it supported, the rucks were good. Libby Bullock just played it, but it was just like the quality, the catch. The catch just let them down.
In this terrible slippy weather, it's hard to get those catches in such bad weather.
I think there was a little drop off of concentration there. In order to like it was a penalty advantage, but I think the girls just assumed play was going to be stopped. Oh,
was
that's
that
off the post.
in? Oh, it's off the post?
No.
Was it out?
No. But it's fine. But like yeah, I think you saw there was a slight shut off of concentration. I think the girls just assumed that the whistle was going to go for the scrum, and then that number 10 was able to just pick up the ball and break the hard line.
You got to keep fighting for everything until you're told to stop.
Wholeheartedly.
It's sad to see though, because they are such a strong team. We've seen it in their performance today, but unfortunately so far Sheffield Hallam are just that bit better.
This is just where the quality's just shining through, just that little bit. But you know, Salford, they're not going to quit. We know they're not going to quit, and obviously, I mean, it's a learning curve moment. Obviously, it's a bit bitter because you know that 15-month
strong
undefeated
kick
is gone, but you know they're going to keep pushing to the end. Oh my God, it's a great hard line by the 12.
Please stop it, guys.
And Walker's got to be strong here. Held her up slightly.
Come on, Salford tries to put that anchors
on. It's a good tackle by Cavill.
And she's
out. Gets it down, is it gone?
It'll be a line out here, incredibly close to the Salford side. It was horrible to see so much distance gain, but you've got to give it to Salford. They put those anchors on. They did stop the ball before that try.
Well, defensive resilience has not been a question today. You know, regardless of the scoreline, the girls have, you know, put their bodies on the line. Like no one's wimping out challenges. No one's, you know, giving up on balls.
Without a doubt, this team played to the final whistle. You can see it.
Here we go. We're going to go for a Salford line out, and Libby Bullock did well. Oh, it needs to be recovered. And there was a wailing arm, so it is going to be a Salford penalty. I'm sure
that's what we need.
Maddie Woodhead probably just going to go for a tap and go option. Look to progress us up the pitch. Here
Quick
we go.
movement.
It's Bullock. And Bullock, she's going to look straight, and she's crashed
almost
it brilliantly.
Through, but not quite.
She's crashed it brilliantly, but she needs to be supported here. Woodhead.
Come on,
across. Salford, can they go coast to coast? Seeger just trying to resist the tackle.
Was that a head grab?
I think offside. No, it was offside. That's what's been called. Woodhead again, just tap and go.
Speed coming in here into this attack. Woodhead.
She's crashing well, but again, Salford just got to get over, making sure they're getting over the woman. Because the rucks are going to be powerful. The rucks are going to be horrible, to be honest, to be in against this physical Sheffield Hallam side. So we just got to make sure that we're going in 2, 3, 4 women in a ruck. Balls out. That is just.
Bit of confusion there. Sheffield looking at the referee, asking, "Can I still play this?"
Yeah, of course it was legal. She just completely rucked over the ball.
You can see the strong team, Sheffield, getting that possession back.
Look at the intricacy of the play. It's a great crash by the number 20.
Can Salford fill out that defence? It's too dense in the middle. Can we get in that position? 100%. Keep ahead. Keep running to that position. Be where you need to be on that pitch to slow and stop this offence.
They're going to go quickly here.
Number 8 really driving through, taken down. Salford just not quite in those rucks quick enough.
I think where the issue's coming, you can see immediately, right? As there's attack on the Sheffield Hallam player, there is immediately someone over. There is immediately someone over, whereas Salford are maybe just a second slower, which is what's hurting them.
It shows
because especially when there's a tackle, there's a tackler almost for Sheffield Hallam, but there's 2, 3 women getting into that ruck straight away, and because they are the more, you know, physically strong side, that is always going to be a really pressing issue for Salford. As they're going to be outmanned and out-muscled by Sheffield Hallam.
Absolutely, you can see the calibre that they come in. Every single ruck, you say it, they're there, they're on there, seconds before Salford. So there isn't really much chance of a rip from Salford after a tackle.
Exactly, I mean, we're going into the last 20 minutes of the game, so we'll bring Dylan in for a penultimate time. I mean,
Dylan Dossand.
I mean, Dill, like, obviously it's less than ideal, and I mean, we've seen plenty of positives today. I mean, like, I'd just like you to highlight the positives for this last few minutes. I do actually believe we have called the game early. I think there's been too many injuries for Salford. I don't actually think we can field a full 15. Plus, obviously the conditions are getting just worse and worse. So
yeah, unfortunate loss there for Salford, out of the cup. Just Sheffield just way too strong for them. We knew it was going to be a brutal game. We knew the calibre that Sheffield were going to bring, and unfortunately, Salford unable to keep with it. No, I think there were a few mistakes in there. I think rucking was one big thing we mentioned on the commentary, not getting over in time with those in those rucks, and eventually losing the ball. So stuff to work on for Salford, but they know the capabilities of this team, and they know what they can do. So moving forward to next week.
100%. I mean, obviously, Tom will go quickly in front of the camera here.
Absolutely.
I mean, obviously, there is going to be a bit of annoyance by the Salford Women that they're out of the Northern Conference Cup, especially with their performance in it last season. But I mean, I think this is now like a learning curve. They can take this as almost fuel to the fire to go on and really have that invincible season that they really want.
Absolutely. Did they get to the quarterfinals last season as well? Semi-finals, and they're in are they semi or quarter now? I think quarter.
This is the quarterfinals.
Quarterfinals. So not quite as far as they got before. But we know they're a strong team. This does not at all reduce how much we think of them. They are an incredible team in the league. And of course, coming up soon, there will be a varsity where they will really be putting those scorelines that we've seen Sheffield Hallam put on their last game.
100%. I mean, I think these women, it's just about regrouping. I think Dylan hit the nail on the head. I think it's about, going back to the drawing board, speaking to Byron, speaking to, the available coaches on Monday, getting those plays right, and hopefully lifting a bit of silverware by the end of the season. But unfortunately, the final score does finish here. Sheffield Hallam 50, Salford Women's Rugby Union 0. We hope that Salford can come back, have a great season. But thank you so much from me, Tom and Dylan here at SSTV. It's been amazing. See you next week.
Thank you.